The day my family chose me over my ex. I'll never forget the day I walked into my toxic family's house and saw my ex-boyfriend sitting at the dinner table, 3 months after our breakup. 3 months after he'd shattered my heart into pieces so small I didn't think I'd ever put them back together. But here's the thing nobody tells you about breaking up with someone you've dated for 5 years. They don't just leave your life. They leave a hole in your family too. If you've ever gone through a painful breakup, stay with me. This toxic family drama story gets real, and it might just give you the closure you've been searching for. Marcus and I had been together since college. He was the guy who remembered my coffee order, who showed up to every family gathering, whom my little sister called her future brother-in-law. My mom adored him. My dad trusted him. He was, as far as my family was concerned, already part of us. Then I found the messages. Not just one, not just a few, months of messages with a coworker named Jessica. Messages that started innocent and ended with plans I don't even want to repeat. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He just looked at me with those same eyes I'd loved for 5 years and said, "I didn't know how to tell you I wasn't happy anymore." As if that justified everything. I moved out of our shared apartment within a week, crashed on my best friend's couch because I couldn't face going home to my parents and admitting that the relationship everyone thought was perfect had been a lie. 3 months of radio silence from Marcus. 3 months of me slowly piecing myself back together, one therapy session and one pint of ice cream at a time. 3 months of avoiding my parents' questions about why Marcus never came around anymore. Then came that Saturday in October. I'd finally worked up the courage to go home for Sunday dinner. My mom had been begging me to come, saying she missed me, that the house felt empty without me. I figured it was time. I'd tell them everything. I'd cry, they'd hug me, we'd move forward. I walked through that familiar front door, the smell of my mom's pot roast filling the air, and there he was, Marcus, sitting at our dinner table, laughing with my dad, drinking wine with my mom like nothing had happened. The room went silent when they saw me. My mom's face went pale, my dad's smile vanished, and Marcus looked at me like he'd been caught stealing. "Surprise," Emma said nervously from the stairs. We thought maybe you two could talk." An ambush? My own family had ambushed me? What is this? My voice came out smaller than I intended. My mom stood up, wringing her hands. "Sweetie, Marcus reached out to us. He said you two had a misunderstanding, and he wanted to make things right. We thought if we could all sit down together." A misunderstanding? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Is that what he told you? A misunderstanding? Marcus stood up too. "Jenna, please, I know I messed up, but I've changed. I just needed your family to help me show you." "Show me what exactly? How you've been lying to them the same way you lied to me?" My hands were shaking. My dad finally spoke. "Jenna, we don't know what happened between you two, but Marcus has been part of this family for 5 years. We can't just what, Dad? Choose your daughter over the guy who cheated on her?" The words hung in the air like smoke after an explosion. My mom gasped. Emma's hand flew to her mouth. My dad's face went from confused to devastated in seconds. He what?" My mom whispered. Marcus's face went red. "Jenna, it wasn't like that. We were already broken up in my mind." "We were living together," I screamed. "We were planning to get engaged, Marcus. I was looking at rings online, and you were sleeping with someone else?" My mom sank back into her chair. Emma started crying. My dad just stared at Marcus with a look I'd never seen before. pure disgust mixed with disappointment. "You told us she broke up with you," my dad said quietly, dangerously quiet. "You came to our house, sat at our table, and told us our daughter broke your heart over some communication issues?" Marcus started backing toward the door. I I thought maybe I could explain my side. "Your side?" My mom's voice cracked. "You cheated on her. You lied to her. Then you lied to us. What side could possibly justify that?" "I think you need to leave." My dad stood up, and suddenly he looked 10 feet tall. "Now." Marcus looked at me one last time, maybe hoping I'd save him. But I just stood there, arms crossed, watching him squirm. "I'm sorry," he muttered. "No, you're not sorry. You're caught. There's a difference." The door closed behind him, and the silence that followed was deafening. My mom was the first to move. She walked over to me, tears streaming down her face, and pulled me into the tightest hug I'd ever received. "I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so, so sorry. We should have asked you. We should have trusted you. You should have chosen me," I said into her shoulder, my own tears finally breaking free. "We did," my dad said, his voice rough with emotion. "We just didn't know we needed to." We stood there in the kitchen, the pot roast cooling on the stove, and they let me tell them everything. Every detail I'd been holding in for 3 months. Every night I'd cried myself to sleep. Every time I'd blamed myself for not being enough. Every moment of pain Marcus had caused me. And they listened. Really listened. After dinner, reheated pot roast that tasted better than it had any right to, Emma sat down next to me on the porch swing where we'd spent countless summer nights growing up. "I invited him," she admitted quietly. "Marcus messaged me on Instagram, said he missed everyone, that he wanted to fix things with you. I thought I was helping. I thought maybe you were being stubborn or prideful or something. I'm so sorry, Jen." I wanted to be angry. Part of me was. But Emma was only 19, and she'd loved Marcus too. We all had. That was the problem. When someone hurts me, really hurts me, I need to know my family has my back without question. Not because I'm always right, but because I'm family. Do you understand that?" She nodded, wiping her eyes. "I do now. And I promise, Jenna, I will never, ever doubt you again. If you say someone hurt you, I believe you. End of story." "Thank you," I whispered. She leaned her head on my shoulder, just like she used to when she was little. "For what it's worth, I always thought you were too good for him. I just didn't realize you knew that too." The weeks that followed were different. Better, actually. Real. My dad blocked Marcus's number and made it clear that if he ever contacted any of them again, there would be consequences. My mom started inviting me over for dinner every Sunday. Just the 4 of us, no surprises, no ex-boyfriends ambushing me. Emma and I grew closer than we'd been in years. She even helped me move into my own apartment, a cozy 1-bedroom that was mine. No shared spaces, no shared memories, just me and a fresh start. And here's what I learned. The right people will always choose you when they know the truth. My family's initial reaction hurt. It really did. But once they understood what happened, they didn't hesitate. They didn't make excuses for Marcus. They didn't suggest I work it out or give him another chance. They chose me, completely, unconditionally. I'm sitting on my parents' porch again, this time for Emma's 20th birthday party. The sun is setting, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. My mom is inside cutting the cake. My dad is manning the grill. Emma is taking selfies with her friends. Everything feels normal again. Better than normal, actually. Real. My phone buzzes. It's a text from an unknown number. "I heard about your promotion. Congratulations. You deserve it. M. I stare at it for exactly 5 seconds before deleting it and blocking the number. My mom steps onto the porch. Everything okay, sweetie? Yeah, Mom, I say, smiling. Everything's perfect. And I mean it. If you're going through a breakup right now, listen to me carefully. The right people, your real family, whether blood or chosen, will stand by you when they know your truth. It might not happen immediately. They might not understand at first. But when you're honest, when you're vulnerable, when you show them the real pain you're carrying, the ones who truly love you will rise to the occasion. My family choosing me over my ex wasn't just about them taking my side. It was about them seeing my pain and deciding that my well-being mattered more than their comfort, more than their attachment to someone who'd been around for years, more than avoiding awkwardness. That's what real love looks like. And if your family or friends aren't choosing you, that tells you something important too. It tells you where to invest your energy and who truly deserves a place in your life. I saw Marcus one more time after that dinner. We ran into each other at a coffee shop 6 months later. He looked different, tired maybe, less sure of himself. Jenna, he said, can we talk? We have nothing to talk about, I replied, and I meant it without malice. I hope you're doing well, Marcus. I really do. But that part of my life is closed. He nodded slowly. I know I can't fix what I did, but I want you to know, I see it now. How much I hurt you. How badly I messed up. I'm in therapy, trying to be better. Good, I said. Do that for yourself, and for whoever comes next, not for me. And I walked away without looking back. You are worth choosing. You are worth fighting for. You are worth believing. If someone betrays you and then tries to manipulate the people you love to get back into your life, that's not love, that's control. If your family or friends believe someone else's lies over your truth, you have every right to feel hurt. But give them a chance to make it right when they learn the real story. People make mistakes. What matters is what they do once they know better. And if after all that, they still don't choose you, then you know exactly who they are, and you can choose yourself instead. I chose myself. I chose honesty. I chose healing. And my family, once they knew the truth, chose me too. That's what got me through the darkest period of my life. That's what made me whole again. If this story resonated with you, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you ever been in a situation where you felt your family or friends chose someone else over you? How did you handle it? What advice would you give to someone going through something similar? And if you know someone who needs to hear this story, someone going through a painful breakup or feeling betrayed by people they trusted, please share this with them. Sometimes knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real stories about love, loss, healing, and finding yourself again. Because your story matters, your pain is valid, and your healing is possible. Remember, the right people will always choose you. And if they don't, you have the power to choose yourself. That's not just a happy ending, that's a powerful beginning. Now go out there and choose yourself. You're worth it.